So what's going on, guys? BP here, coming back at you here. I got something a little different today. What I'm working on today is going over some video of my swings from the U-Trip tournament we played a couple weeks ago. You guys saw all the games posted on the channel. One thing I wanted to do is kind of go through those games and talk about some of my swings. I know that's something a lot of people want to see is A, my swings from the tournament, and B, maybe kind of talk about them a little bit. So that's what this video is going to be about. We're just going to start at game one, work our way through the day. So with no further ado, let's get into it. What we'll be going through, first of all, will be... All right, here we go. Our first swings of the day here against a team. I'm not really familiar with this pitcher or anything like that. I've never seen any of these guys on this team before. So I'm just kind of getting in the box and going with what feels right as far as pitch selection goes. And first swing here, dude was playing me at like probably 270. I'm kind of certain that ball probably would have been over his head anyway, but I just wanted to try and hit a ball low. I had trouble keeping a ball low on this day, and that was another example of that. Their first swing of the day, even had trouble with it. But second at bat here, you can see homeboy's already standing out here at the 290 mark, basically on the fence. I should have hit this pitch right back at the pitcher's feet, or I'm sorry, at that hole, not even at his feet, just at that hole. That's usually my go-to spot in a situation where there's no runners on. But thought I could hit one through this 6-hole right here. Had the direction right, just elevation was wrong. Then third at bat here. If you're local to me or if you know me at all, you know I've been killing myself to work on this swing here a little bit. Just working in a little bit of backside. It ain't going to be down the line. It ain't going to be nothing pretty. Just somewhere I can hit a ball that I don't have to. All right, so then this last at bat here, we're up by a fairly good bit at the end of this game here. So I wanted to kind of focus on just taking a good quality swing because I wasn't feeling 100% right. Like I said, kind of struggling with this elevation thing. So I want to make sure I wouldn't get a swing at a bad pitch. Had a strike there I probably could have did something with, but other than pound it straight into the ground, I'm not really sure what I was feeling. One thing I will say, I'm going to stop this right here. So one thing I will say, when you're in a situation like this, let's see if I can go back just far enough here. Yeah, so when you're in a situation like this where the ball gets past the catcher, you're playing U-Trip, ball gets past the catcher, you'll see me do it here. I realize the catcher is going to get the ball. Just step out of the box. Because the second the catcher catches the ball, there's nothing stopping him from just whipping it right. Or I'm sorry, the second the pitcher catches the ball, there's nothing stopping him from whipping it back in there. And clearly, if you're standing there thinking the catcher's coming back and you're not ready, there you are susceptible to a quick pitch, which you'll see more on later. But I did take the walk here, perfectly fine with that at bat. Let's move on to game two. So game two here, I am familiar with this pitcher. Seen him pitch a little bit, hit against him a couple times. And I know this guy likes to throw a lot of wild stuff. He's good at pump faking. He's a very good pitcher. So in a situation like this, knowing what I'm up against here, I'm going to take the first good pitch I get against a pitcher like this. He'll throw a straight ball. He'll throw a knuckleball. Obviously, preferably, you want to try to hit a straight pitch just because it's something that's not going to run or tail on you as it's coming in. So my approach against a pitcher and a team like this is just to hit the first good thing you get. Perfectly happy with that swing. And moving into the second at bat of the game here. You see our guy here kind of directing traffic a little bit. Kind of disappointed in this at bat. Probably my first dang it at bat of the day. Just absolutely missed the ball. Was trying to split that gap, roll over the top of the ball. Not much you can do about it besides work on an MVP or hope you get it next time. And that last at bat here, these are all quick at bats, like I said, because it's a deal where I'm trying to take the first good pitch I can and do something with it. Missed on elevation there, trying to keep a ball down again, and flew out basically to the track. Game three, getting things going here. This is against a really good defensive team. So I try to be at least somewhat mindful of where I'm hitting the ball against a team that's defensively this good. This pitcher is going to give you a lot of strikes too, as you can see here. There's a strike to get the at-bat going. I don't know if he kind of got himself a little worked up with the fakes here, but ended up taking a walk in this at-bat. You'll see on this pitch right here. This was close. Ended up falling just short of the plate, but I'm fine letting that pitch go. So next at bat here, like I said, this pitcher's going to groove strikes. There was a close one there. Still kind of waiting and being selective on something I know I can put a barrel through and hit it plenty hard, given this good defense and as deep as they're playing here, which I didn't see at the time. So I put a swing on this. Luckily enough, it wasn't at him. A little bit of a bat flip there. Let's go back and get a replay on that. A little bit of a bat flip there. Just trying to get these kids going a little bit. We were kind of down. We were down in the game, and just looked like we lost a little momentum as a team. So just a little bat flip, try and get everybody woke up a little bit. Third at bat of the game here. Got runners on first and third. Really needed a big hit here. So I'm at this point I'm looking to go probably right through here. I could drive a school bus through there sideways. All I got to do is get it past the pitcher. So that was my main goal here. Elevation struggle again. Missed it, but I had to bat flip because I kind of been jawing back and forth with that catcher there, who's probably one of the best hitters in the state. So I had to let him know I wasn't no punk. Bat flip on him a little bit there, even though I knew that it was going to be caught. Never back down. Then going into this at bat here, I'm going to go back here just a second because I was sitting here blabbing. So getting in here, like I was not really. I'm listening to Brian, what he's telling me, and just 1,000 things going on, and I was barely set, and here comes the first pitch. That's what I'm talking about. Get in the box and get set. Call time. Look at the umpire. Do whatever. Hit a ball plenty hard down the line here. Third baseman makes a good play on it, and luckily enough, I wouldn't say got thrown away, but it was a tough play there at second, and ended up being safe at first from him trying to go to second. So on to game 4. So this was my worst game of the day. I don't know what else to say other than I just sucked, really, is what it boiled down to. But again, kind of stepping out here, making sure I'm ready. This pitcher, he was plenty fine taking his time with stuff. And this ball here kind of drove me crazy. I mean, dude, I hit this thing in the face, and you could see it kind of go out and then just basically come straight down. You could even see the outfielder back here. I hit this ball, and he wasn't real sure whether to run back, come in, because I hit it, and I read X-Rock on it all the way out there. It was nothing. It was just a big knuckleball. Took off and then just dove straight down right into his glove. Kind of drives me crazy there a little bit. But this at bat here, kind of a dumb at bat on my part. I got kind of hung up in the home runner bust mentality here a little bit. Thinking like, man, I could just hit a gap and get this ball out of here. We needed runs. So I'm being a little selective, and that moment when you know you saw strike 3 and the umpire didn't call it. The shortstop knew, I knew, so I turned around to throw my bat back to the dugout and go to first, down there to hang out with the first base coach, because I wasn't about to go back to the dugout after getting Cade looking, and he didn't call it, so I just dove right back in there. I didn't know what else to do, and then ended up rolling over on something here. Just taking a dumb swing, absolutely dumb swing. In that situation there, you've got to make sure. Oh, I did leave their rundown in here because, I mean, why not, right? We can't see how the play doesn't end. So everybody loves a good rundown. But that at bat there, I wish I could have had back. Let's see if I can jump to the swing. I mean, you can see it. I just absolutely rolled over the top of this ball. You can see it right there. I just rolled clear over the top of it, just trying to hit it out. I didn't care where it was going or anything else. I just trying to hit it out, and it's not a swing I usually try and encourage when I'm kind of helping some guys out, and practice what you preach. Right here is basically what it boils down to. I should have tried to work on. Excuse me. I should have tried working on just hitting a line drive into this gap, and if it goes, it goes. But as the elevation struggles continued for the day. It carried over to this at bat. Like I said, thankfully the middleman kind of kicked it. They had guys kind of bouncing around positions there because they were up on us fairly big going into this inning, so I think they kind of let their foot off the gas. So thankfully, I don't think that guy plays a lot of middle, so thankfully I was able to get on base, and we got to run across.
Hey, Blue, we need this game to hurry up. I want to go the fuck home.
All right, I had to mute out a little bit of that there to get this started. We had a little bit of a potty mouth going on behind us here. But this at bat here, just flat out missed a ball. I don't even know. I haven't even looked at this one to see what I did wrong here. But I mean, really, I think it just, rolled over the ball again. Rolled right over the top of it. I knew something had to be off there. But yeah, you can see again, I just hit the very top of the ball. I was trying to hit a gap on that one. Just trying to shoot right through here with it. And just rolled right over the top of it. Like I said, it's not one of my better games. But in the name of transparency, I'll post it all. I do not care. Have nothing to prove to anybody. So you get to see the good and the bad. And then going into this last at bat here, we actually stood a chance at making a little bit of a comeback in this game. So my main focus in this situation, like I said, when I'm hitting with no runners on or anything like that, if I just need to be on base, my swing is to do nothing but get on base. I'll go right back through here, and you can see the hole that they give me by the time everybody gets all squared away and everything. Kind of back to that last game where drive a school bus sideways through that hole. All you got to do is get it past the pitcher. He moves over a little bit. I'm not even looking at that, though. I just see the middleman playing me pull side. So when I go into this at bat, I immediately know where I'm going with the ball. Had he moved, I'd have tried to go to the other side. But as you can see, the closer you can get it to the pitcher's feet without hitting him, the better. And it paid off right there. So just something a little different here I wanted to do for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to work on doing some more stuff like this just because it seems like you guys are interested in it. I've had a lot of questions about my at-bats from the game or, can I timestamp my at-bats? So I think I'm just going to start putting them together in videos of kind of going over and talking about them a little bit. So I hope you enjoyed it. This phone will not stop dinging in my pocket, so I got to go see what's going on with it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Thanks for stopping in and checking it out. I'll catch you in the next one.